Yes,
All
sir.
right, so we are out of executive session and back in regular session. So the discussion is discussing the videos and where they're placed. Currently, they're stored on thumb drives at the moment, and there's forms that they're made available to the public or whomever fills out to request a video. They get a copy of it on a thumb drive. Discussing, just need to discuss an economical way to do that, especially if that request increases, as we can't, continue to buy thumb drives and provide them that way.
I would think that, like you kind of suggested, especially the commissioners already doing that same general principle is we create a YouTube channel and I mean, just live stream it just like that. And there'll be put a link on our website to our YouTube channel and we'll mention of all meetings to be watched here.
Do we still need to keep a hard copy of it? The only reason I ask, these things are huge. These files are.
Not if you put it on
It's on YouTube,
it's there. You can download it whenever if you need it, but it's there viewable by anyone.
I didn't know if we needed something that can't be hacked or edited, as Buddy was saying earlier.
Well, I don't think, I mean, if it's in YouTube, I mean, anybody could download it and manipulate it if they want to, I guess, but
I think
the original copies in YouTube
Yeah, you do need to have a copy that
is in a hard
that
copy
can't
or
be
a hard drive.
edited and that, because it is a public record.
Do we actually need to have a hard copy on like, do we need to buy an external hard drive to store this thing on?
That's
You
what
need
it is.
you need to have it in some type of storage
Okay,
capacity.
I would say you probably want an external hard drive.
yeah, just find an external hard drive that's,
And of
What
course,
do
you
they make them now, 20 terabytes? 1 terabyte is just like common.
yeah, you probably get a 4.6 terabyte that's, less than $200, I'm guessing. Used to be the size of a room.
right, yeah.
Yeah, now it's
So in your pocket.
Yeah, it's crazy. Maybe we could get thumb drives and, or not thumb drives, but, big enough externals that we can put each year's on that one external.
What's the external cost for something like that?
Would a
Couple hundred
terabyte
bucks.
do
A
it?
terabyte would probably do a year.
$200.
Less than that for a terabyte.
I don't think
Probably
it's-
$100 or
You don't
less.
give out that much deputy flash drives.
I say we look
But
at that.
as far as giving out the flash drive, you do have a right to make a reasonable cost for what
Oh, yeah, just reimbursement.
costs you to
Yeah,
charge.
I would say that we look at getting the external hard drive to store more of our personal records. Have your YouTube channel where they can bring watch it. And if you want to pick up a copy of it, well, that's gonna cost you, we want to do it with us purchasing the flash drive, so we know that somebody hadn't put a
Virus.
virus on there and come up here and do whatever. And we'll sell you this for,
Whatever it costs.
whatever well, I mean, I even say the flash drive time, plus a little bit of time for, what it takes to do it. It's another job for it. Sounds like that.
Technically, what you should charge is the, basically the cost of, if I'm remembering correctly, I think there's some question about whether you can include the time of the employee in figuring your cost or charge, because the employee is on the job anyway. You see what I'm saying? And they're there to carry out whatever function their job requires, which may be providing those.
Right.
And I would say just simply the cost of the thumb drive, in my opinion. I mean,
I think most people are just gonna go to YouTube and watch it
Sure.
anyway.
If we,
At that
if we
point.
provide it online where you can download it, do we still need to offer it to them on the jump drive? As long as they have a way to access it, is that still necessary?
Well, I mean, if they come up and want that, then you can charge them for it.
I mean, do we have to, if we're saying, hey, look, just go to the website and download it, do we still have to offer them a way of having a hard copy of the video?
I see what you're saying, but I know the statute provides that, anyone that makes a request for that information that you have to provide it. So
I guess probably the point would end up going, well, I don't have YouTube. I don't have the ability to get on the
Just
internet.
I say we just,
Just
yeah,
keep a 6-pack of flash drives and they're $3. That's what it costs us if you need one.
If you've got it on YouTube, I don't think you're gonna have that many requests for it.
yeah. So we still have that option, yeah, I think let's be respecting too.
Okay.
So I guess we need probably a formal motion. I guess make a motion to get an external hard drive that would
Be our library.
be our library for a year. And to purchase, you know, a 6-pack of flash drive, whatever, a couple flash drives
For inventory.
for inventory, for them to have somebody work to, or whoever it may be, to come up here and get a copy of it and get our YouTube channel. So what's that there?
And I think we need to go ahead and do that because we're starting in January.
Right,
So,
Yeah,
man, January to January,
yeah, let's go ahead and
it's your library right there.
started with this meeting.
Yep.
That's a motion.
Somebody pull that one off and put it on the.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. All opposed? None, the motion passes. Okay. Beautiful. Do you want me to, do you want a recommendation for an external hard drive?
Yes.
Okay. And, have you created a YouTube account before?
Mm.
Okay. I can work with you on that and making sure that we can stream it and, that it's up there and how to do that between now and February. Well, actually soon, so we can get this. out there.
And we could stream the meetings live.
Right.
You probably need to end this, or you can do it at a later time when you determine what it is, but you need to set whatever fee you want to charge if someone wants to go and get a flash drive.
I think let's determine that once we see how much they are.
Yeah.
I'll send some recommendations and we'll see how much they cost.
Yeah.
And that's probably not gonna be a huge issue.
Which, what?
I just
what's the-
ordered a 5-pack and it, right off the top of my head, it was less than $10.
Come down a lot.
What size were they? I know the last video I did
I'm
was
trying to
like
find-
40 gig or something like that.
I don't think this is gonna be as high. I don't think.
I can't remember. Right.
This
I'll
one
probably
might
have
be
to look
around
at
almost.
it.
Right.
Last meeting. That one took up some gigs.
We can see and, I'll get with you. We can create the channel, put tonight's video up there and, somewhere put that on the website. So people will be directed to it. We'll make mention of it in this meeting.
Okay.
At the beginning of every meeting, make mention that this meeting is being recorded and live streamed. And will be, and is available via YouTube. Okay. Regarding the vacant seat, Mr. Jack, is it required that we make a nomination on that seat tonight, or is that something that we can,
It's not required to do it tonight.
unless somebody has, I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I don't think anybody probably was, so I don't want us just to, there was, I know that Sally was next in line, but I've also heard that she was not interested.
I don't think Sally's interested.
So, I really don't, going based off of that and how it's been done in the past, I don't know what direction we go. I think we need to think about it and bring it back up.
I know the election we ran in, the next person in line would have been Buzz, thanks here.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's several good, anybody that's willing to come to this meeting will probably have some interest in being on this board.
Is there a requirement to have it done before the next board meeting?
No. I mean, in the past, you've gotten a resignation and it's been maybe the next board meeting or so before.
Okay,
And I have heard of boards limping out through the year until they, as long as they had enough to,
And particularly when it's been toward the end of the year,
right.
they're on several months at times.
Yeah,
Wow.
kick out some names and we'll reach out to those people.
if you have names.
I think, Mr. Freddie Aaron, Lee Thompson, Buzz St. Cyr, Sydney. Would be a good one. I'd like to see it be somebody who's coming to the meetings. You know, they're already expressing interest in what we're discussing. Mr. Rudy Eaton would be a good one, because he's already been on the board.
I think, talk to them, have them reach out, and obviously if they've been to a meeting, they see what the, you know, at least an idea for a couple meetings, what projects we have going on. I don't think we rush into making a nomination tonight, in my opinion, but if there's names, I'd like to then reach out to board members and express their interest and for us to consider people that are interested. I don't want to just name somebody without talking to them, especially since we don't, you know, they haven't, other than Buzz, they haven't, and Sally, they haven't run an election, so they haven't expressed interest. So,
Right. I think before that, I know Jesse Jernigan doesn't live in the district anymore. Scott, didn't you know who ran?
I do remember Jesse. I don't know him personally, but I don't know where he lives at now. I mean, I don't know if you live across the street, I don't know, but I do know he ran several times.
He's off Eagles now.
Oh, he is. I don't, do you know him?
Was that the only person that ran when you ran?
Excuse me, sorry, Danny Edwards, ran, and Bill Harrell, was Bill's deceased. Danny Edwards ran one time.
It may be, maybe reach out to some people who've been on the board in the past, Kevin Jones, Marty Shaw, Billy Brock, and, you know, just because they have some experience.
and that we just, I say we do that, we identify if they're candidates, and we can discuss that next board meeting. And we do that in open, during a regular board meeting, right? How we're doing now.
That probably might be one of our first topics.
Yeah.
Or the old mosquito.
I think we're all aware of what happened with you being appointed and the amount of phone calls that were made to try and keep you from being here. So that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want one family to try and dictate who gets on this board.
Either way, yeah, I think it needs to be somebody that's willing to do it, and somebody we all have consensus on that we feel, you know, wants to serve.
Right. But I don't want in the meantime, you know, one family to go to the commissioners and say, hey, this is who needs to go on.
It'll be the consensus of the board.
Do we need to make the commissioners aware of this? No,
Not until you have a recommendation,
okay, but we don't need.
because they're not gonna do anything until you. The only reason you'd be making them aware, if you want to make a recommendation, and they were gonna go ahead and try to do it themselves, but they would come back and ask you.
Right.
So.
I know we had an obligation to. Okay.
Okay. Is there any other business to come before the board tonight?
I just have one thing, and I just want to see what the board's doing were. So, which I've already stepped off of it for this year, but I'm on the Grantham Fire Department, and our meetings are every Monday night. Board meeting specifically is on the same night. And I just want to see what everybody's schedule was like. We could, you know, potentially move the board meeting to a different night. I don't know if there's a reason why it's on the second Monday night or what the schedule's like, but that way I could continue to be more involved in the Grantham Fire Department. Like I said, I stepped off the board for this year because obviously we hadn't got to the point.
So you're on the board and their board meetings are on?
Well, I was, I stepped down this year because I told them I couldn't commit, and, you know, I couldn't tell them that the meetings will be moved or not, and, you know, in time, obviously, and we may not be able to do this one, but, you know, so I've stepped off for this year, but obviously they would like me to get back on, but, you know.
I don't have a problem with that. That's Mr. Jack, is there, I mean, other than just letting the community and the public know, is there an issue with changing the nights of the board?
Y'all good with Saturday night?
Friday. I was gonna lobby for Friday.
I don't like Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays.
Mondays are rough, man. Monday's always been rough.
Yeah,
Tuesdays are good for me, Wednesdays aren't good, Thursdays aren't good.
Tuesdays would work for me. Any day but
Tuesday
Monday.
be better than Monday. I ain't never
Yeah,
understood Monday.
Tuesday.
My little boy used to have Boy Scouts on Monday night. I'm thinking, why in the world, who wants to go to Boy Scouts at 10 o'clock at night? On Monday night.
We did it for years.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
that's the thing, and then I'll be honest too, like when it comes to my farm, you get started on Monday and everything's kind of getting going. You know, that's when you're gonna get your headache, getting back started,
I don't have a problem.
I think,
Tuesdays would be ideal for me. I mean, like I said, I ain't trying to.
our second Tuesday's okay?
I would probably follow the same, yeah. I mean,
Okay,
if I was gonna change it, I think I wouldn't lose any time. I just,
Yeah.
go from Monday to Tuesday next month. And that way, it wouldn't be a humongous issue.
Would it worry anybody if we moved it to 6:30 instead of 7:30?
It would me, cause I get off at 5:30 sometimes when I leave my office in Wilson, and it takes me all I can do to get here and eat. So, yeah, I mean, it would be great. Cause right now it'd be 10 o'clock instead of us leaving, now it's 11. But I mean, that's all I can do. I mean, if you guys don't mind me coming late, I mean,
With 7? It should work.
7:30 is just about the best I can do. Cause I mean, it's 41 miles. Yes, sir.
You talking about moving?
Last board meeting, I thought a hell of a lot about it. But no, I mean, 7:30 it would be what I needed to pay. I'm one person, so.
Yeah. Okay. I would personally prefer to be a little bit, I mean, if it could be at 10 o'clock at night, it'd be there for me, but.
I'm kind of like, we either need to do it.
Well, if you think about those
Super.
people that has come out last meeting and this meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a guy that works in Kinston. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're looking public interaction.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to cater to the public a little bit.
Right.
So,
I say leave 7:30.
I mean, don't do it on my behalf. I'm just saying, I'll get here when I get here, but I mean, that's the best I can do.
Do we need a motion, Mr. Jack? I'm gonna ask you that. That's about my 15th time tonight. I had to ask you that, so,
To change your meeting date, yes.
okay.
Well, I'll make a motion, I brought it up to move it to the second Tuesday at 7:30.
And that's going forward from here on out, right?
Right.
That's,
I mean, unless there's a reason for somebody not to go ahead and start this, I guess, February meeting.
so is that something you wanna put on the, it may, obviously you need to put it on the website, but you may wanna put it on the cards too, that we mail out for the billing, if you can do that. Just let everybody know that, hey, the new meetings are, and for a while, I mean, you don't have to.
You post it on the window, maybe.
Yeah.
Print out something
That is the second Tuesday, right?
second to. So we've got a motion by Justin, a second by Thomas. Any further discussion?
Guarantee y'all be down here next week. Be down here at
Be
7:30.
All right, all in favor, aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Any other new business? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Third.
Fourth.
Ah.